What they
Uh,
say? Why
Hmm.
do I feel awful after a one night stand? Damn,
why
Hmm.
do I feel awful after a one night stand?
you should have used the
I
condom.
That's probably part of it, but who knows? I mean, you get to the end of it, and it's like, oh, that's why you feel bad. 21-year-old male, just had my first one night stand, and I honestly feel awful about it. I have only had sex with people I have had a strong emotional connection with in the past. After this one night stand, I just feel gross about myself. Hmm, interesting choice of words. I didn't want to have sex with her, but she invited herself over to my place and was pushing sex hard. I didn't want her to feel bad about herself, so I just had sex with her. However, I feel really torn up about this and think that I am definitely not that guy. Will I feel better having one night stands in the future? The girl was also not as attractive as my old partners. Does that have something to do with it?
That's probably the most to do with it, because
I think,
I
yeah.
because if it's anything else to do with like the rest of that stuff, man, I don't know. I don't know what I want to say something, but I'm not gonna say it because
Well,
we in a different culture in this world. But I can understand also maybe you do feel like you might have been raped. You could have felt like, is
well, I
that
was
where you're
gonna say
gonna
it
go,
sounds like
Kelly?
assault to me. Like if
It's
someone's really pushing you and you don't want to do
I mean,
something, that
yeah.
is assault. Like that's probably
He
why he
will really
liked it.
have to describe what he meant by pushing for me before I
Hmm.
consider it assault. Because I mean, if she's just like, let's fuck. Okay, let's fuck. I mean, you can
Yeah.
tell her no and take her out, but if she
Yeah, you
like
can put
knife
down
to
a
your
boundary.
head, rape. I give you that. That's I in that situation, I'll give you that. But I don't know. I'm not. I don't even want to kind of jump into that. That's
Mm.
a different whole field where I was going to go. I just want to say, I think my best advice for you is it ever going to feel better in the future? I guess when you get to the point where you stop really caring about whatever you're caring about, because I really don't know what you're caring. You can Are you like caring about she doesn't really look like your old previous girls, or
Mm.
the other girls were different?
I think this dude honestly kind of told on himself with the last line. She's not as attractive as the girls that I've had relationships with in the past. And by relationships, I mean fucked.
Mm.
And he says he feels gross afterwards. You guys both picked up on like pushy woman, maybe he feels like he's been raped vibes. I didn't get that at all. So I'll ask you to look at this situation through the context of this girl isn't like a 4 or a 5 to this kid. She's like a 9 or a 10, and she's super good looking. They're good friends. They're just hanging out, having a good time. And she's just like, hey, what's up? It'd be fun if we hooked up or something. And then they do. Does this kid wake up feeling gross about himself tomorrow? Or is he like, oh, wow, I think I might be in love with one of my good friends who just so happens to be a 10? I bet you it's
Well, that's
probably the second one.
That's another thing though. So what I was going to say is that maybe this guy, he might be demisexual, which is when you're only like actually sexually attracted to people you have a connection with, which is a form of asexuality. And that kind of, how he had said that he's only ever slept with people he's had like a connection with before. And this is the first time he slept with somebody he hasn't had that kind of connection with before. She was less attractive, but that can really be because you don't have a connection with someone. People who are demisexual are less attracted to people that they don't know well. And then you feel gross afterwards because you kind of feel like, ooh, like, was I into that? Was I not into that? Like, that was weird for me. So that's also a possibility. He could just be like demisexual where he prefers to have, like a connection with someone before
If
he
this
sleeps
kid
with them.
was if this
Yeah,
kid was
Kyle. I
30,
don't know what you were talking about.
if
That
this kid was
bullshit coming
30,
out of his
I'd say
mouth.
yeah, maybe. If he wasn't a
Yeah.
21-year-old kid who talked about like how seriously, if he didn't say the last sentence about how she does not compare to the girls that he's fucked previously, I would not think this at all. I'd think probably more along the
Mm.
lines of what you guys initially said, like, oh no, maybe this dude feels like he got taken advantage of by his friend a little bit. But if he didn't say the this girl is not as attractive thing, because obviously he's been thinking about it, he made it the last fucking piece, the last thought of this whole post. If he wasn't a 21-year-old kid and it was like a 30-year-old man and this happened to him, like this is my first one night stand and I feel weird about it, the demisexual thing tracks. This is some kid who just lowered his standards for the night and he's like, damn, I hope other girls don't hear about it because then they might not want to fuck me. I've been this kid before, I
Maybe.
get it.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
mean,
just
that's a possibility.
I'm just gonna leave this one advice out. Maybe because he might not have heard of this. You don't have to fuck every person that wants to fuck you. You don't have to. You can say
Yeah.
no. If you
Amen.
maybe you haven't heard that, and maybe
That's
you
what
just needed
blowjobs are
someone
for.
to tell you. You don't have to fuck every person that wants to fuck. You know, next time just say no. Don't invite her home.
Good
If you know
advice.
if she was about it, all about it, no, don't do it, man. You got to
Wow.
respect yourself.
Zero reaction to my blowjob joke, huh, guys?
Well, it wasn't that funny.
Fuck
I don't
you.
think.
Did you make a blow? I didn't. What was the joke?
That's the thing, is it wasn't funny. It wasn't a joke. He was like, "That's what blowjobs
You said,
are
"Hey
for."
guys, you
What are
don't have to
fucking
fuck
handies
everybody
for?
who wants to fuck you," and I said, "Yeah, that's what blowjobs are for." But whatever.
I thought
See,
that
it
was
wasn't
more of a.
funny.
I thought that was a statement. My fault. I didn't know
Yeah,
that was a joke.
because it was. It wasn't a joke. It wasn't funny.
No.
Sorry, Kyle.
All right.
Yeah, sorry about
Right.
that.
So what's the
Listen, that's
advice?
what friends are for.
I
Tell
might have
me when you
missed it.
shouldn't have funny.
Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm missing it.
The joke is they aren't. Never mind.
There's just no
I don't want to
joke.
have to explain this. No, it is totally a joke. We're really
You know,
gonna get into
every
the
joke
semantics
is
of the
funnier
blowjob
when you've
comment.
explained it 3 times. That's definitely what makes it
I haven't
funny.
even explained it once. I just took on good faith that you guys understood the joke that I was making, but apparently you fucking don't. Don't worry.
All right. No, I want to hear it.
Okay. So the joke is you don't have to fuck everybody that you finds you sexually attractive, right? Is what he said. And it's like, yeah, that's right. You don't have to do that because that's a positive thing. Like you should, have standards for yourself or whatever. Don't just go giving your dick out to any and all that want it, right? Like that's the idea. And then you say, yeah, but that's what blowjobs are for. So that way you don't have to fuck them, but you still interact with them sexually speaking. You know what I mean? So like it kind of defeats the entire purpose.
Oh, yeah, I get.
So now that I explained it, is it funnier?
So funny. Oh my gosh. Can't believe I didn't get it the first time.
Yo, you two assholes just genuinely fucking chuckled, and now you're gonna try to play it off all sarcastic? All right, word. I see you guys.
That's not what we were laughing at, but it's fine.
I just laughed just because I felt like
It was just because it was so awkward. It wasn't funny, Kyle. But
no, I
loved it.
honestly just don't really get it.
Oh my god!
Mean,
so is this the second time I explain it now?
No, I get what you're saying.
I think by the third time I explain it, it has to be funny by like rule of science.
No, it just actually isn't that funny.
All right.
Just let
Great.
Kelly tell you what it is. I feel like I can't tell you. It's not that funny.
Well, Rayshon, it's your turn. So you got a fun one. Yeah.
We didn't finish the advice.
What was the advice? Yes, we did. Like, just
if we don't know what the advice is, maybe we didn't. I
thought the advice was like, just
stop
say
sticking
no
your
if you
dick
want.
everywhere.
Oh yeah, respect yourself more. That's what it is.
Don't tell blowjob jokes.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't care. I don't know. I don't even think I know a good blowjob joke.
Me either, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, see, I keep telling you, I think that was more of a statement. I don't think that was a joke.
I mean, it was a statement, but the statement was said in jest.
Yeah.
It
was a good one,
Kyle. Yeah, all right, next. I have to keep the whole blowjob joke thing in now because this is how we wrap the segment. Next.